Welcome back to a new video, guys, here in Gyeongbokgung Palace. What else would it be? Open today. So that now you gotta go by to the throne room. You can see the walls on each side. Yeah, so it expired on the 20th, so I'm gonna reload it for 7 days. That's the last day we'll film because we leave the 28th. Cash, confirm. You can pay on credit card here.
Yeah.
So this is my bill. You see it's asking for bills or coins. So put one bill in, 1, 2. My hands have like no grip. My hands are super dry. But and now we're charging up the card here because we're gonna be going to the palace right away. Gyeongbokgung Palace.
I don't know if that's right.
No, that's correct.
And that's the main palace, right?
Yeah. Okay, now let's go through the gates here. We have to go down towards City Hall. So we're gonna go down here into the subway station. We're gonna go to the left and get on the train. Hopefully it's not too long. We'll have to do a transfer to the purple line, but then that'll bring us directly to this big open square. And I think we'll stop at a convenience store when we get there to get some food.
Yeah, I got a little snack.
Okay, so now we're transferring to the purple line, line 5. Honestly, I think we have these passes that let you go on unlimited rides, but yours beeped when you went in. I think it's because you tapped but you went too quick, or it tapped and it didn't register, so when you try to go out.
Well, it showed the date.
Oh, okay, no,
Yeah,
you're
so
fine.
I think I was
guess
fine.
You went too quick then.
Yeah. That wasn't me.
And then it beeped because usually it'll close on you if you like go. It'll like close, but yours didn't close. It just beeped. So I don't know.
I don't think it was mine. I think it was the one next to me.
Okay, yeah, because I saw an X like beeping, but I guess yeah, it might have been the one next to you.
Yeah.
We've been down here before when we came because we tried to come on Tuesday, I believe, last time, but the palace is closed on Tuesdays. Usually it's like Mondays, but this time, or here, this specific palace, Gyeongbokgung, was closed on Tuesday. That kind of like sucked, and it was freezing cold that day, but I don't know, like
it wasn't colder than today.
Yeah, I think today's colder, but now we're like more used to it because that was like the first thing we did, but
yeah,
or like the second thing, but I don't know if you could tell, but I am like layered.
I don't think that's the clothes, dog.
I have 6 layers on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on my pants, I have 2 layers. And I also have 2 pairs of socks on. But up top here, I have 6 layers. So I feel like I can't really move that well. And I also feel like super chunky. Like my movement is really restricted.
Yeah, I don't think that's the clothes, dog.
No, it is the clothes. What else would it be? Oh, you want to get like a snack?
Yeah, does 7-Eleven have better stuff?
No, but I feel like I should grab we gotta get one here when we get off at the next station.
Yeah, I think when we get off. I know there's a CU along the walkway.
I feel like I need to eat like at least a kimbap or something to have some energy. So we'll stop at a convenience store once we get to the square right outside the palace. I'll probably just get a kimbap. Kimbap is enough, definitely for breakfast, but
What about a coffee?
Coffee, no, dude. Coffee gives me headaches. I cannot drink coffee.
I think that's just because you're dehydrated.
No, like, and it also makes me like want to like puke, and it also makes you go to the washroom, like, and it doesn't like get me like up.
What about a Red Bull then?
Red Bull is good, but maybe not first thing in the morning, but definitely coffee.
But it's like noon now.
That's true, so maybe lunch. Dude, this is a deep, we have to go down again.
Do we? This has got to be like an older line.
Yeah, this is a pretty, yeah, look at that, 5 levels. And I hear a train coming, so maybe it's ours. But we're not going to Gimpo, we're going that way. Yeah, no rush, no rush. We'll see you guys when we get out at Gyeongbokgung Palace. I just wanted to like say, I don't know if you guys have heard of like the back rooms, but this is kind of like what the back rooms looks like. And this is giving like backroom vibes. If this was completely empty, it would be the back rooms because we literally went down like, first of all, ground level here, and then there's 5 basements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of basements, but our train is here, so we'll see you guys when we get off. All right, so we just got out of the subway and I can see the palace is open today. So that is a good sign. I can see people going in through the gates. So we're gonna go in and show you guys the whole palace. And also behind the palace, there's the Blue House, which is where the president lives and works. Kind of like the White House, but of Korea. But the main thing is the palace. It's so beautiful. And the architecture and everything, the colors. I'm gonna show you guys all of it. If you're Korean, I mean, you've obviously been here before, but if not, I know you guys are gonna enjoy this. So let's go. palace is behind me. I believe it's pronounced Gyeongbokgung Palace, although I'm not a professional, but we're about to explore this whole thing. It's pretty cheap to get in there. It's like 1,000 or 2,000 won, I think, depending on if you're a foreigner or not. Also, if you wear a hanbok, like the traditional Korean clothing, it's free to get in, but we're not gonna wear that today because it's actually freezing. Like last time we were here, I just wore like a jacket and I was warm enough, but now it's like freezing cold.
I think it's like -2 right now.
Yeah, at least it's sunny though. That's
Yeah.
why I got 6 layers on. So if I look a little chunky, it's the layers.
Is it?
It's the layers. I swear,
That's what
bro.
they all say. That's what I used to say.
But that's a nice gate. The first time I ever saw this, it was like, wow. It's breathtaking, and especially the palaces, once you get in there, it's amazing. And there's like walls, like the Seoul wall is like really big, but inside it is this palace. I learned a little bit of the history of Korea. I took a East Asian history class in university, but I kind of forget most of what I learned. But let's go check this out.
Guess there's a lot of people with the same idea as us. Check out the palace today. Well, it is Sunday, so I guess today would be a busy day.
Yeah. Well, I feel like with foreigners, it's busy every day, but I guess Koreans would come on the weekend.
Well, I mean,
more.
it is winter too. I don't think that many foreigners come at this time.
I don't know, Christmas. Maybe they want to spend Christmas in Korea. Maybe that's like their Christmas gift or Christmas present to
Yeah.
come to Korea.
Why wouldn't they go somewhere warm though?
Well, maybe they love K-drama and K-pop.
Don't you love K-dramas?
I only watch Squid Games.
Is that your favorite K-drama then?
I guess you could say so. Hello.
Yes, yeah. Hello.
Hello. Thank you. The people in red are like tourist information live. So they'll just like, oh, the guards are here. So they'll give you like information and stuff if you have any questions. But the guards are here, and the changing of the guards is at 2 p.m. in about like 2 hours. So
We can line up to get a photo. You want to get in there?
no, I do not line up. I can get a photo from right here that looks just as good. Personally, I don't like lining up for photos, so I'll just take one here. So yeah, the guards behind me. The changing of the guards will be at 2 p.m. that we'll come see, but it's pretty cool, like what they traditionally wear.
Yeah.
And obviously you could line up and take a photo, but
But
we just got a
do
photo.
those beards look real to you or no?
Yeah, like, actually no, they all look really perfect and they all look the same, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Oh, this guy's getting blocked by the flag.
No drones. That would be cool to fly a drone here, but
Yeah, but it's too close to the blue house, which is why.
just look at this.
What do you think of that? Give me your reaction that you had the first time you came here.
That's crazy. Every time I see this, it's like, it is super, super beautiful.
Yeah.
That I have to take a video on my phone. So here it says visitors wearing hanbok, which is like people around here. They don't need to pay, but we don't have one on, so we have to pay. So yeah, this is the ticketing booth where they sell the tickets. Yeah, it's 3,000 won, which is this much in USD. 3,000 won per person. 감사합니다. Thank you. Okay, we got our tickets. 2 people. I guess this is for 2. Oh yeah, it says 2. So this is our ticket for 2 people. 6,000 won total, 3,000 each, and this is our receipt. And we go in through there. One time I was coming in and I didn't know we had to buy tickets here, and I just went straight there. And they're like, no, you gotta go buy tickets here. So now I know you have to first go here, buy your tickets, and then you could go in. Or if you have a hanbok like these people right here, if you have a hanbok, you can just walk right in. But yeah, now we could go in and see the palace. Right now we're in the square. This is a palace square or a courtyard. Probably a courtyard is a better term for this.
No, I think it's a square. Because the courtyard's like inside a home, usually.
A palace is a home. But yeah, I guess this would be a square, but once we get inside there, that's the courtyard. So right now we're in one of the courtyards. A courtyard is just like an open area like this, surrounded by walls and stuff or gates. But we're in the courtyard right now, and there are many courtyards. So the more you go in, the more courtyards you'll enter. So let's go up this staircase. These are like huge, huge doors in this gate. And there are like so many people here that I'm pretty sure are like freezing right now because they're not really wearing like a lot. So I feel like a lot of these people are quite cold. But I think this is the main palace and throne room right ahead of me. So this is the main throne room right here, the throne room of the king. I think hopefully it says up there, but I'm not sure which dynasty built this and ruled this. Maybe it was multiple dynasties. One dynasty built it, and then when they were overthrown, another dynasty just took it over. But a dynasty is just like a ruling family that rules for many generations. So a dynasty. If a king just rules one king and then his family does not continue his rule, it's not a dynasty. Or an emperor could be.
Wow. Yeah, you can see the floor is just giant stone bricks too.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like huge pieces of stone and rock. But this is the main room. So everything I believe surrounds this.
There's a surprising amount of people dressed up
Yeah.
in here too.
I guess it is sunny today.
Maybe
You think they chain people onto this?
Chain a slave on there. Do you know that Korea had the longest unbroken chain of slavery in the world?
Yeah, I never knew that, but I saw this like clip from pretty sure probably the same podcast you saw.
Yeah.
But there was like this Korean person and like American guy, and they were just talking, and then the Korean guy was like, Korea never had slaves, never. And then the American guy was like, I'm sure like every culture has had slaves. So then they searched it, and Korea was like, it was so funny. Korea had like, well, slavery is not funny, but just the way it was presented, Korea had the longest chain of unbroken slavery in the history of the world. It was like, wow.
And honestly, the amount Koreans work, especially office workers, like,
yeah,
it feels like it's still going because they work so hard.
yeah, it's not a good thing working that much. You have to enjoy life. But I mean, that's why they're so like such an advanced country, and it's like safe. Public transportation's amazing, and it's like a good place to live. Like safety is the most important. But let's go up to the side here and see this throne room.
What's that guy with that stick doing there?
That's a tour guide, or you could just say a guide. And he's kind of like has the stick so people could see him. And then maybe he lets them walk around a bit. And then when he has the stick up, everyone goes to meet him. And then he gives more facts about this place.
Do you like doing exploring places with tour guides or by yourself instead?
I like tour guides because they give you like a lot of like information and stuff. A lot of like cool information, cool facts. But it's also nice to just explore on your own, just to like see stuff, and because sometimes just enjoying the architecture is enough, you know?
I believe that. I wonder what those nets are, you see?
I think it's to keep like any wood that falls or something because it's old from like hitting anyone.
Honestly, I think it's for the birds.
Oh yeah.
Keep the birds out of nesting there.
Let's go up here. This is the throne room. You can see the king's throne there. His subordinates and stuff sit on the side here.
Yeah, I recognize this place from all the manhwas I read.
Yeah, but honestly, it's not like that grand. Like the king's seat too. I feel like it's big, but like today's standards, not so much. Dude, the colors and stuff they use is so nice.
It's like a teal, right?
Yeah.
Or like a
I don't know. I
aqua?
love that blue color. Yeah, like turquoise. That's nice.
Yeah, but it almost looks like what religion did these guys have? Because this almost looks like Buddhist with the red and gold.
Yeah, I think they were mostly Buddhist. And also like some Confucianism too, because they had a lot of influence from China, because they were kind of like, they saw China as like the true rulers, and they were kind of like, I guess you could say, subordinates of China, and
Like
that's why they were kings and not
like
emperors.
a vassal state?
Yeah, like a vassal state, because that's why they were kings and not emperors, because China, that was the emperor. And I learned that in history class.
Did you pass that class?
Yeah.
Wonder what that is. It kind of looks like a big incense burner.
Oh yeah, it does. I guess from the very bottom maybe, and it goes up.
Well, they probably open up those like holes there, or maybe the top, and then it comes out through the holes.
Yeah. They should have like a, kind of like having a reenactment scene where they put like mannequins, or like wax mannequins.
Well, I mean, they already have guards in the front, so they could use real people in here too.
Yeah. Does a real person want to sit there though? I guess it's a job, but I feel like that's probably blasphemy to like pretend to be the king.
Yeah, I could see that.
So this is another building, but right behind this is the lake or the pond. Right behind this is the pond, which is probably my second favorite spot here besides that courtyard. This building's pretty nice. I'm not really sure what this was used as.
Yeah, but they've all got the same like style, eh?
Yeah.
Same colors.
This one, it's like a pavilion
Oh,
on the
this
water.
is more like a moat, eh?
Yeah.
Like it's like definitely man-made, or at least
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they sculpted it.
Yeah, this pond.
Yeah, that's got to be the Plum Blossom Pavilion.
So this is Gyeongbokgung Pavilion. So this is a pavilion. I'm not gonna say that name again, but a pavilion surrounded by this nice pond and a wall on this side. I think there was probably a wall along here too, because there's a wall along there and over there. Maybe they removed it or maybe it fell down, but there are walls everywhere. So if they were invaded, I guess they were constantly protected by a new set of walls, which I mean obviously is good.
Well, this is definitely new. It's a
This
metal
one?
barricade.
Are you sure?
Looks to be about 50 years old.
That was probably about when the last, there was the last king.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Wow. What about that electrical tape?
that too.
Yo, what is that? Those look like clay pots.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. That's actually, don't they look like just giant clay pots? And then the top we're seeing is just like the top of it.
Maybe
the
they got
opening?
some buried treasure there.
Wow, I never noticed that before. This is wow. Dude, does this not look like a scene from a movie? Dude, this is like picturesque, dude. Wow. Like the walls on each side, making it narrow. The people in the hanboks, the traditional building. This is like one of my favorite areas now. It's cool. All right, you guys, I'll be your cameraman for a little bit as we explore the inner courtyards and the small little houses, temples, pavilions inside the palace. Look at these. Honestly, I think it would be pretty cool if they hired like a bunch of like people to work here, but those people like were wearing all the historic, because I know they have the guards at the front, but if they had people walking around here, maybe a king, the queen, a bunch of guards, the royal family, maybe other ministers, if they were walking all along here, like acting historically, that would be really cool, in my opinion. This right here is a hall, and of course we're in a courtyard again. Right?
Yeah, it's really nice. This is more like compact, cozy area.
And the hall is right here. I assume people lived here too. Like there's rooms all around this courtyard. Okay, so after reading this, I saw they say the 24th king of the Joseon dynasty. Now that I remember from my class, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, there were only 3 dynasties ever in Korea. Joseon, I think, was the last one, and there were 2 other ones before that. But the longest dynasty ever in the world, I believe, was here in Korea.
Wow. So this is the same family.
So just 3 families ruled all of Korea. Meanwhile, in China, you had like a new dynasty every like 100, 200 years.
Yeah, there's always like a war and then a new dynasty.
Yeah, there was a lot of dynasties in China, but here in Korea, just 3. And now, no more.
It's crazy. You can see the contrast from the historic and then all the modern in the background.
Yeah, wow. Like you have those really new glass office buildings. And then right here, well, this was the living quarters of a queen. But the contrast is quite amazing. I know that Korea only had 3 dynasties, and it also had the longest dynasty in the world, but I want to know if it was a Joseon dynasty or a different one, and also how long it was. What is the longest dynasty in the world, and what country were they, and for how many years? Oh, never mind. The longest one would be in Japan. There was only 1 dynasty ever in Japan, so that's actually the longest reigning dynasty. So the longest reigning dynasty is widely considered the Imperial House of Japan, Yamato Dynasty, the world's oldest continuous hereditary monarchy with legendary origins dating back over 2,600 years. Oh, wow.
And they're still going, right?
I believe it is. I was mistaken. The longest one is clearly Japan, and they only ever had 1 dynasty. Although there was a point where like the warlords were like more in daimyos. Were they called daimyos?
Influential?
Yeah, they were the ones that had the real power, like at some point in history. Those were with like I forget the Japanese history, but there was a really powerful Japanese family and there were a lot of fights, but ended up being, I believe there is a better term for them, but they were essentially like warlords, like samurais, and they essentially controlled the royal family for a couple of years. I don't know, maybe a couple dozen or a couple hundred years in Japan there. But let me search for Korea. What is the longest reigning dynasty in Korea? Okay, so it was the Joseon. So the Joseon dynasty was Korea's longest reigning dynasty, lasting for approximately 505 years, from 1392 to 1897. So it was the last dynasty.
I didn't know that about Japan, though. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I learned this stuff, but I learned it like 2 years ago. So my memory is kind of like foggy. I can't really remember, but after reading that, I do remember that that was true. And I remember when I learned that for the first time, like 1 continuous family reigning over 2,600 years. That is insane, especially when you look just across the ocean to Korea. There was 3. Then you look across the ocean again, and there were many, many more in China. Super cool. I think like East Asian history is like definitely the coolest.
It's like a pagoda.
Yeah, pagoda. I think when I was here before, that was closed off because they were restoring it, the pagoda. But now let's go see. Oh, do you need a separate entrance for that?
Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah, so this is the pagoda. I feel like I miss this every time I've come here, but it's pretty prominent. And this is like a traditional hanok houses. These right here, like the wood. So inside there is kind of like what royal houses are like, but out here, that's just like what the normal people houses look like. Oh yeah, and also once you were in a class, in Korean society, a slave or whatever, you cannot leave the class. If you're a slave, you're always a slave. And it's like you had to prove for 9 generations back that no one was a slave or else you would be a slave. So 9 generations back. That's like insane. And then you could never get out of your slave class. Your kids could never get out. No one could ever get out. And the slave class was like 99% of the population. It's crazy.
Wow, it sounds like the caste system in India.
It's probably worse here, honestly. Like crazy.
You think it's still going on?
Here?
Some sort of like...
No, I think now it's just money and fame.
But that's translated from like back then. People that were rich back then, their families are still rich now probably.
I don't know, because usually the people with ideas and like drive to become richer or famous are people that had nothing, and people that had everything, they don't really like have that same
They don't have
desire.
that dog in them.
Yeah. Let's go to a convenience store and get some food before the changing of the guards. We have about 40 minutes. This right here is an archway. It's in the shape of an arch, but the entrance is an archway, and that's just this shape. Shape is an arch, but this is an archway. This entrance, this gate. Unfortunately, we can't go in, but the 7-Eleven is right there, so we're gonna go get some food, probably a kimbap or something. I don't think they have chairs inside. I guess we gotta sit outside, but
That's fine. It's not that cold.
looks pretty small, yeah. Let's go get a snack. Okay, so I'm gonna get 2 kimbaps. This one, spicy, but it looks good. I don't know the flavor. And then tuna mayo rice, just in case. But kimbaps are like literally the best quick snack to get. Also, you can get like a sausage or eggs, but me personally, when in Rome, if you really want, you can get the Hello Kitty strawberry sandwich.
You think if I got this chicken sandwich, they warm it up for me?
Yeah, you warm it up in the microwave.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
But-
microwave.
are they good? Or is it going to be like soggy? Like it's definitely not going to be crispy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be crispy. I almost guarantee you that. Should I eat 1 or 2? Because I know 2 is gonna really fill me up. What time do you think we're gonna eat?
Can eat later.
Because this is probably lunch and we'll just have dinner.
Yeah.
I'll also have 1. I'll have this spicy one. Okay, guys, got the kimbap. I just got 1 and then just a bottle of water because we're probably gonna eat in like a couple hours, like 5 hours. So if I eat too much, then I'll be too full. Just went with the tuna mayo one. It's the best. Fire, as usual.
Triple stack 7-Eleven microwave burger. Oh, and it's even got pickles.
All right, take a bite in this to see how good it is.
That's good. It tastes, it's a little spicy. It tastes just like actually that tastes like pasta sauce. That's weird. It tastes like the McDonald's quarter pounder.
Really?
Yeah. Just a little spicy. And pizza sauce.
But look at this view we have. This is probably one of the nicest 7-Eleven views I've had.
제한할 것입니다. The uniforms are in production from the 15th century.
Okay, so the changing of the guards is over now. It was honestly pretty cool. It's my first time seeing it. They're banging on the drums, and then they all change. They're playing trumpet, I guess, type of trumpet.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
They're all traditional instruments, so
Yeah, that was a cool changing of the guards. It was longer than I thought. It was like 15 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 15 minutes. That was the big drum that they were hitting. That one sounded cool. It like shook your whole body, eh?
Yeah, I felt it in my bones.
Yeah. No, that one was cool.